hairline that you guys requested on the YouTube, on my YouTube shorts. It's literally going viral right now, so I'm gonna show you guys how I actually did his haircut. That video actually is 4 years old, and it barely took off, which is crazy. So pretty much what he wants is a low taper fade. I'm gonna do a one all the way around, and then taper the sideburns, and then line up the front. As you guys can see, the front. Look at this, as you can see, the front right here. His lineup is like crazy, so I have to kind of like figure out how to lay these hairs down without cutting into the actual man bun. And then the beard, we're gonna take all the stragglers out, fix up the mustache, and go from there. Okay, so for starters, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the base. We're gonna do a 1, a 1.5, all the way up to the roots, just to kind of see what the hair does. So we're gonna do a 1.5 all the way around, to kind of see what the hair does. You can see it's reacting pretty well to it. All the way around. So pretty much the base is done, a 1.5 right here. I still want to see what it's going to do once I blend it in. So I'm going to pull his ear back, and I'm going to line everything else up. So start from the bottom all the way to the top. Make sure you get behind the ears. Yeah, but this is like one of the goals that I have for myself, bro, is having content pay me and giving out free haircuts, bro, just for content.
Yeah.
I would love to do that, bro. Like, just have a free service on my shit.
Yeah, because then your videos are basically paying for the haircut.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it, bro. I watched the video yesterday. Supposedly TikTok pays like $1 for every 1,000 views or some shit.
Yeah,
like
bro.
that. So if you get like 1 million views, bro, that's like
well,
fucking
bro,
10 racks or something.
Instagram was off Instagram, the most I ever made off one video was $1,800 off one video. Yeah.
Social media is where it's at right now.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro. So that's why I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I would just cut hair for free and have social media pay me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now that once the back is done, me lining it up, don't overthink it. Just be sure to make it look natural. You don't want to give anybody a fucking helmet. And what I mean by that is you don't want to like take this all the way up here and make it look unnatural. Like the main focus here is giving somebody a good haircut. Like that's literally it. So I'm gonna start from the top with the C-cup, and then I'll make another indication at the bottom and just meet at the top. If he wants a very low taper, I'm gonna use the tip of the ear hole right here, the ear hole right here. That's gonna be my indication. So that's gonna be my first guideline. All right. And at the end of the day, if he wants to go higher, we can. Because I'm starting super low. Because if I were to start up here and he doesn't want it that high, I can't take it lower. You know. So now I'm taking my JRLs, start with the all the way open, and be a reminder when using the JRLs, the lever all the way open is longer than a half. It's like a 0.8. So keep that in mind when you're blending with these. Super good clipper. I really love these, especially for bowl, because they have 2 speeds and they feel really good in the hands. Like they actually sit perfectly. So now I'm just doing some lever play, getting these little dark spots out, and using my corner of my blade and just blending this in. And keep in mind, like I already did a 1.5, so that right there already it takes away just 1 step. All I gotta do is just blend in the half to the 1.5. It's that easy. So right here I'm just going with my lever all the way open, corners only. What you got going on this weekend, bro?
Shit, nothing probably.
Just hang out.
Just chill. Hopefully go back to work Monday. See what happens.
See how that goes.
Yeah. Other than that, I just on the weekends I usually watch the fights if there's fights going on or like fucking basketball was on. Is it still on? I'm not sure. I don't know.
I don't even keep up with sports anymore, bro. I'm just so focused right now, like building up the shop, and
Oh yeah.
that's all I've been doing right now, bro. It's just promoting the shop and myself, and it's definitely a different, change of pace. Because I mean, when I was up at the studio by myself, I was just managing myself.
Yeah.
So managing the whole shop and making sure everyone has their stuff that they need and bills paid and stuff like that. So it's for sure a different pace.
How many people you got in here?
I got 5 people, bro. So
That's pretty good.
yeah, I have one more chair available that needs to be filled up, so I'm working on that right now too. So right here I'm doing the little gray guard, the 0.5. I'm just blending the 1.5 to what I already did right here, which is right here. And still keep the same motion. You want to do corners only. As you can see, I'm flicking with intention. I'm not just doing this, right? I'm like actually getting up in there. Right here, I'm pretty much gonna line up both sides before I even do the taper. To allow his taper to last longer, I'm gonna round it in the back opposed to going straight with it. So when you round it, you gotta be sure that you don't take off the lines right here. That way it gives it more of that contrast. So instead of going straight across, you're gonna go at an angle and do a circle like this. This is gonna allow the taper to last a lot longer. I left a little bit of hair right here that way to line it up later. Open up my lever all the way. Actually, I'm going with the closed and just flick in. Go up 2 notches. Okay. Follow that round shape that you did. Open it up all the way and be sure you're flicking out. Okay. Once it looks like this, you're gonna wanna grab a guard. As you can see, he has a 1.5. I'm gonna do a 0.5. That way I'm able to blend between the 1.5 and the half that I just did. So once it looks like that, you're gonna stop. You're going to grab your guard, put it on your clipper, close it halfway, and flick. And start blending in that line, this line right here. Open it up a little bit. Open it up as you go. And when you're flicking like this, you're essentially thinning out the same way you would be thinning out with a thinning shear. Exact same way. Except with this, you're using a clipper. You gotta be very careful that you don't go up too high. Once you start seeing that contrast, you're gonna want to stop, grab a shaver, and start balding out that bottom line. Okay, so there's a little bit of a line at the bottom right here. I'm gonna grab my Wahl Vapors. These are a little bit closer than my JRLs, so I'm gonna go in and use my corners only. And just work those little dark spots. You know, level by level. And this is what it should look like once it's done. Nice and contrasty, lightest to darkest. This is exactly what I'm talking about right here. As you can notice right here, it's still a little bit too dark. So what I'm gonna do is grab my JRL with the half open and just like that right here. That's what it should look like on the back. I'm gonna line up the next C cup. What you wanna do with this C cup is you wanna follow the exact same one with the other one. And be sure you don't have one higher than the other. I think that's the hardest thing with haircuts that have C cups, is because one side might be higher than the other and it throws off the whole haircut. So you wanna start off right here, right where the other one starts, and kind of just make them identical as much as you can. So start from the top and go from the bottom and connect. Should connect as easy as it looks if you're doing it correctly. Okay. And keep brushing down to see if there's any overhangs. There's a little bit. Same thing with this side. I'm going to use the ear hole as an indicator. Okay, and then soften up that line that I just made. Okay, so now I'm going to go with the all the way closed and start blending up. The low tapers I like blending up, and here's why. When you take out that bottom line, especially with low tapers, it's super hard to blend downwards, because after everything else is done, that last line will always be the hardest. So once you get that line out, it will be extremely easy to blend everything together once you start from the bottom.
Whenever you're blending into a taper, you want to be sure that you're blending in with the lever all the way open and flicking as hard as you can. The only time you ever want to use the lever all the way closed is when you're blending in that bottom line. Keep in mind that you want to flick as little as possible when you're using that clipper on 0. Okay, so just a little thought that I want you guys to understand, that when I'm only blending in the bottom line, my clipper's all the way closed. And I do flick very, very hard too. So keep that in mind when you're doing a low taper, because low tapers require you to blend in a very tight area. That's another reason why I really don't like doing them, but for the most part, they come out super fresh if done right.
Alright guys, so as you guys can see, he does have a huge overgrowth in his lineup. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to debulk it. I'm going to go with my 1. Check. I'm going to go with my 1, open all the way down. I'm going to lay those hairs down. If it ain't cutting, you can go down the notch a little bit. All this is really doing is just thinning up the area so it's easier for the trimmer to do its job, which is lining it up. Okay. Shaving cream. This is gonna do, it's gonna cleanse the skin from all the impurities, make it dry for the trimmer to just glide through the hair. You're probably wondering how the hell I'm gonna get this off. I'm gonna show you guys how to do this. Take it a step further. Like that. There we go.
So yeah guys, I did put a hefty amount of shaving cream. This allows the skin to get dried out and it removes any impurities, all the oils and stuff like that, which makes it easier for the blade to glide. And personally for me, I think the old school way just works. Honestly, it just works. And the clients love it. They feel refreshed right after. So if you guys are wondering what I'm using here, it's just regular Barbersol. Nothing crazy.
Sprayed it with some hairspray, lock all those hairs in. Hit it with that cold shot. We're gonna go right in the middle. Right in the middle. I'm gonna start on the strongest corner, which is on this side. I'm going all the way to the end. I'll work on that vertical bar.
And then for the other side, just pretty much do this exact same thing. Be sure that you don't push him up or push your client up, because if you notice, it's going to be very easy to, just because of how much the hairline is tapered. And when the hairline is tapered like that, it's extremely easy to push your client back. So just be mindful. And for any stragglers, I always recommend using a comb and then do this raking motion and just glide your trimmer or tool over the hair and just trim what's overhang, and that's pretty much it.
So right here, I still notice the line right here is a little bit too bulky, so I'm gonna go in with the 1.5. And just shorten up those hairs. Whenever you're doing a haircut, you always feel it in your gut that you should be doing something, and if you don't do it, you're always gonna regret it.
When using enhancements, you want to spray a light layer. Like, you don't want to go overboard. The whole point of using enhancements is to enhance what's already there. I don't know what it is about you new barbers that like to over enhance your haircuts and then expect the client to come back, because if you really think about it, you're essentially painting on a hairline, and if you put too much, it's gonna look shiny and you can just tell. So be mindful when you're using this stuff. Like, I get it, it's really cool, and at the end of the day, it's only here to enhance what you already are doing, and it's not mainly to cover up any mistakes. It's, you know, at the end of the day, I always say learn how to cut hair first, and then you learn how to use the enhancements. Another thing too, what you can do is you can also show the client first of what the haircut looks like, and then put the enhancements on. That way they know what to expect once the enhancements washes out, because the enhancements are only going to last maybe 1 or 2 days, depending on how frequently your client showers or how hard he scrubs or whatever. So it's good to educate your client too as well. Now moving on to the beard, and one of the things you really gotta be sure is pull that skin, okay? Because I see it a lot, and to reduce the amount of irritation on the skin, the less strokes you can do, the better. So I always do a first pass through. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as the shape stays intact and matches the client's face, then we're game, okay? So this is just a first pass through. I'm gonna grab my brush, and then I'm going to brush the excess away, and then I'm going to redo it all over again. And this is what's going to allow me to do is I'm going to see where the first pass I didn't get any of the stragglers, and you'll see it. Like, once you do the second pass through, you'll see the hairs that need to be cut. And once that is done, you'll know. Like you'll see the line nice and crisp, and you also see that natural simple mustache hack. Just grab a comb and just clipper over comb the mustache, and that should be your base, and then you can line up to the lip. Be sure that you just follow the natural growth pattern of the mustache, and then flip your trimmer around and be gentle, because when doing it this way, you can actually cut somebody because the blade is closer to the skin. So be mindful.
A lot of people have this problem where they take the beard up too high, so what I like to do is put two fingers and then shave whatever's on the bottom of those 2 fingers. So make sure you brush all this down. Start at one corner and meet in the middle.
So bear with me, I am doing a dual of a voiceover and a live beard trim. So what you're going to do here is you're going to meet the other side with the side you just did, and it's that simple. Comb any excess down and just trim that, and only that. It's that easy. So moving on, there's this weird relationship with barbers and the barber pencil, and especially with the general public too. Like they'll see a barber with the pencil and then they'll assume that they're going to leave the shop chalked. Well, I'm going to show you guys how not to leave your client chalked up. So what you're going to do is you're going to use the side and you're going to start blending in and using the shading technique. So after that, you're going to grab your trimmer and pretty much outline what you already did, and this is going to move the pencil around. Once that is done, I'm going to move on to the hairline. I'm going to show you guys how to do the exact same thing. So as you can see, I demonstrated what not to do, which is use your point. Don't use your point on the pencil. You want to use the side of the pencil and shade the area that you want to be enhanced. That's going to give you more control when you're enhancing that hairline. As you can see, now I'm using my trimmer, and this is what's going to allow me to do. Allow me to move that shading around with the trimmer, and then once that is done, I should move over to the C cup and then do the exact same thing. So I am pretty much done with the service. I'm going to show my client exactly how it turned out, and I honestly think it came out fire, and we'll see what he thinks.
What do you think, bro?
Hell yeah.
It's good? Yo.
Fuck yeah. Now I just gotta do my hair.
On top?
So now I just gotta do my hair. I gotta brush that shit.
Brush like all the little fish came out, yeah. It still looks good though. It doesn't look like it came out at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about now.
To the contrast?
Yeah.
Yeah. I took it as high as I could, bro. It looks more faded in. Yeah, you know?
I was honestly very nervous, I'm not gonna lie, when I turned him around, because he didn't really give me any facial expressions or smile or nothing. But once he said fuck yeah, all my worries went out the window. But yeah, guys, if you guys like this haircut, it is a taper fade man bun. So that way you guys can tell your barber, if you guys have a man bun, you guys want a similar haircut like this, tell him to make sure you fade the back end and the sideburns. This is a low mid-ish taper. I know he said he wanted a little bit lower, but I definitely feel like the mid suits his head shape better, and he actually liked it overall. But this is one of the hardest hairlines I ever had to do, but it came out super crisp, as you guys can see. One of the things that I learned while doing this haircut is sometimes you have to just take the risk and just do it, because in the outcome, it ends up looking like this. But yeah, guys, if you guys really like this video, please like and subscribe, and leave down in the comments what you took from this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.